This video is going to show you how you will graph and find the equation of vertical lines, straight up and down, or straight flat lines, horizontal lines. These are two special exceptions because so far every line that we've done has been slanted or had some sort of slope. That's not going to be the case with vertical and horizontal lines. You might be happy to know that there's not a new formula. Remember, we started off with slope-intercept, then we went to point slope, and then you may have already encountered standard form. None of those formulas are going to be necessary for the vertical and horizontal lines. The rules are going to be pretty easy. So here I have a blue horizontal line, and you just have to memorize or use this statement. Every horizontal line is in y equals form. So if I took a look at this line and I looked how far up the y-axis was it? I go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 units high up along the y-axis. So we will just say this is the line y equals 4. Another way to think about that is the coordinates of every single one of these points along the way has a y value of 4. But basically when I have a horizontal line, it's a y equals line, and I just count how far up the y-axis is it, and I have my equation of my horizontal line. The vertical lines are going to be just as easy. You have to understand or memorize this statement. Every vertical line is in x equals form. So here I have a vertical line. The way I can remember this is the vertical line hits the x-axis. Well, where does this one hit the x-axis? 3 units to the left, or if I were putting numbers here, I would have -1, -2, -3. So this is the line x equals -3. It's that easy. If I had a vertical line over here, it hits the x-axis, so it's an x equals line, hits the x-axis at 2, so I would call that one x equals 2. Sometimes you'll get an equation that doesn't look like a y equals or an x equals equation, but in a case like I have here, if I move that 3 to the other side to get y by itself, I now have a y equals -3. I should know that that's a horizontal line, or I know I go along the y-axis 3 units down, and I draw that horizontal line, and there is a line that hits the y-axis at -3. It's the horizontal line y equals -3. In this case, x is not by itself, but if I divide each side by 4, I get x equals 2. This is an x equals line, so I go along the x-axis and find the spot where 2 would be. And I draw this vertical line, and now I have the vertical line x equals 2.